first period, it seemed like you had trouble getting some forechecking and just getting offensive pressure going. Line makes a big save for you. What?
Well, I think if you look at the first save by Line was a hell of a pick by them off the face-off. So you got to give them credit for the play they made. Not really a legal play, but it was a great play. We got killed in the face-off circle, hurt us. We were chasing the puck around. I think at one point we were at less than 20% on face-offs. So they had the puck all the time, which hurt us. They got a couple guys that are good in the face-off dot, and we didn't win the face-offs clean, and we didn't get the secondary help, which, we chased the puck around. The first 10 minutes, we were chasing the puck around an awful lot. I thought once we got underway, that second half, that second period, we're in a one-goal game with 5 minutes left. Our passing wasn't very clean tonight. I think, even on our power play, just some errant passes that, we should connect that we've been pretty good on. You look at the end of our first power play unit, Norris has got, I think it's Byram wide open, and he backhands it, but he missed Byram by, quite some margin. A little bit of that first game, but I thought once we got going, the second period, we had our chances. We just didn't convert.
What were your takeaways on the power play tonight? It seemed like you had chances on the first couple opportunities, and it kind of,
There's some good. There was some good, obviously. I think what hurt us the most is just our puck play. Even when the second unit went out in the last one, and I think it was Quinn down low, just, we don't execute. Just a little bit squeezing the sticks probably, or, didn't quite make the right play. There's some good. I thought both teams' penalty killing was excellent. Our first kill, I didn't. We got away with a little bit of being out of the lane. I thought our second two were rock solid. So it was a night where their power play could have hurt us, our power play could have hurt them, but it didn't. And you're staring at a game with. We had a power play with approximately 10 minutes in the third period that could be a difference maker for us, and it wasn't. But I thought we had to kill one in the third too, and we did a great job of that. He didn't finish the game, so I'm going to say that's not a good sign.
Lower.
Upper.
And power.
Benson was I'll share with you. He spent the night in the hospital last night. That little cut on his face turned into something bigger. Crazy. I mean, just a crazy incident. I won't go into any more detail, but that's where he watched the game from tonight. And we didn't really expect that. And Owen Power's been sick for a couple days. Just couldn't go.
That could be a while for Madison?
No. I talked to him on my drive-in. He said, I'd like to get out of my hospital bed and come and play. Yeah, I think tomorrow. Doing better. Just something that just chalk it up as this bizarre stuff that's been happening to us in the preseason.
Would you think of Bill's line tonight? He's very sharp early, but
Yeah, I don't, he can't. I think he gave us a chance to win a hockey game. Like I said, it was a low chance affair. Like I think if you looked at both teams, both goalies were good. We made a big mistake on that second goal. We turned the puck over on the wall, which allowed, we were trying to head out on offense, and we turned it over, and, we put our goalie in a bad spot there. But to that point, we'd played a pretty clean, second period, and to that point in the third, pretty clean. So I thought his game, he was sharp.
Well, definitely. But could you have maybe generated some better chances, do you think?
I think if you look at a couple of those early rush that we didn't execute on, again, I thought that was just, a little bit of playmaking, that next play. We had a 3-on-2, a 4-on-2 that we didn't really generate. And I thought once they got the 1-0 lead, they weren't taking any, they had people back. They weren't taking any chances. I did think inside the dots a couple times we had plays there that we just didn't quite make. Even at the end of our first power play when it came to Thompson, we got two guys wide open in front of the net. We weren't quite quick enough. I think they learned their lesson on their first game. Hopefully, we learn our lesson because we weren't puck sharp. Thanks.
I got it if I want it.